All right, what's going on YouTube? Today we got something a little different than what we normally do on the channel, but I think we'll be doing this a little more often for the rest of the year. Content's kind of drying out, gameplay's a little So I figured, let's do tier lists. There's a lot of cards that have come out with TA4. We got the World Series rewards, BR rewards just dropped. So I figured for the first tier list, we'll do outfield is stacked. Just because you may see somebody in my S tier. It may not be your S tier. Remember, these are my personal rankings based how I feel about each cards I've played with, how I thought they felt in the field or in the batter's box. You are more than welcome to disagree. So when you see the list, put it down below. Did you agree with majority of the list? Obviously, you're not going to agree with everything. I try to put them in order as far as I'll have somebody in S tier. Whoever's the first player, I believe that player is the best, second best, stuff like that. If you like this kind of content, like up the video. It would let me know that you're enjoying the tier list. We'll probably do catcher and first base, and we'll separate all that, and then we'll do the best players overall, best pitchers. Subscribe to the channel, hit that sub button and turn on that notification bell, as we are chasing 2K subs. And follow the Twitch, as we will do some of these live on Twitch together. You can agree and disagree there. You can roast me in the Twitch chat. And we also do our team rankings videos live on Twitch. So if you want to be a part of the team ratings video, the lineup ratings video, go follow that. So we did this on Tier Maker. Shout out to the Scan. If you don't know Scan, man, he's one of the best dudes in the community. Follow him on Twitter, sub to his YouTube channel, follow him on Twitch. He's a great follow on every platform. Shout out to Scan for this video right here. This is my tier list, and like I said, if you don't agree, I'll explain why specific players are in specific positions, and then from here on out, each outfielder tier list, players will just move back and forth. Some players may go from S tier to A tier to B tier, vice versa. Some players will be added into the game, and we'll put them where I believe they are, whether they're the number one player in the game, or whether I think they're the worst player in the game. Now, the D tier list isn't in specific order. I have the D tier list based off these players might not do anything special at all. They bring nothing to the table. And in this guy's case right here, his swing is just very weird to me. So, some of these players just at this point aren't very usable. Honestly, Grady Sizemore could go either way, to be real with you, just because he's not the greatest bench bat. He's not the greatest defender. Honestly, probably D tier. Sorry, Fuzzy. He does have a good swing, but same thing with Austin Martin. Doesn't really have a carryable trait, but he does have positional versatility. C tier guys to me were guys who were like, they brought something to the table specifically. So like you'll see Ryan Braun up here, 125 against lefties. Duran just kind of plays, where's he at? Oh, I have Duran up here. Seth Beer specifically against righties off the bench. Nelson Cruz against lefties, Bichette against lefties. Renfroe honestly could have maybe been B tier. He has a good swing. He's good against lefties. Jim Edmonds, man, I feel like they kind of did him dirty, and it sucks to say that. Buxton and Dominguez kind of have the speed factor. Stanton against lefties. You get the gist of this right here. If you see any player in C tier that you're just kind of like, how is that player there? Like Brett Phillips, maybe to some would be D tier because he just can't do it against lefties. But as a pinch hitter and as somebody who can come off against righties, and also as somebody who can, sub into the field, was why he made C tier instead of D tier. If you see anybody here that you think should be up or down, let me know in the comment section. B tier to me were guys who were like, they're good, they're not amazing, they're not great, they're not the best player in the game, but they had there's just something about them. Cedric Mullins, if you know, this dude right here, honestly, his bat could be A tier. The only thing that puts him in B tier is his defense, and honestly, it's not as bad as what you think. You just specifically have to hit the cutoff, man. So Cedric Mullins, I like Cedric Mullins personally. To me, he could have easily been A tier. Castellanos is another one. He has positional versatility where he can play first, third, right field. His bat is absolutely cracked. I think I batted over 400 with this dude. Ryan Reynolds, I love the switch hitter ability, good contact, the ball flies off his bat. I love him. Lars was somebody who was actually really, really good. Soriano, like these are just guys that are just kind of like, they're good, they just don't necessarily do it. The reason why somebody like, I know you'll see Tyler Naquin, and he's a specific pinch hitter. The difference between him and a lot of these other guys is he has a pinch hitter quirk. I like that about him. He's one of the first, he's one of the better lefty bats to face a righty as a pinch hitter. He's just really good to me. Some of these dudes have positional versatility and some of them just play a little bit different. Now, these next two tiers we're going to break down specifically. I don't want to make this a long video, but A tier, the reason why Bryce Harper is number one, he could have been S tier for me. I bat 450 with this dude on Hall of Fame and a few games on Legend. Bryce Harper to me was just different. He just didn't have the defense at times. He has the arm, but the defense, and that's literally the only thing that holds him back. He's the number one player in A tier for me. Acuna, all around. If you parallel him, you pretty much get all the hitting stats into the hundreds. You get gold fielding. He has the arm. He has 99 speed. To me, he's the second best player in A tier. It's very debatable with him and Vlad. Vlad just plays different. He has the swing. He has all the hitting stats. He has the arm. Eric Davis, which was the new World Series award. I personally am not good with Eric Davis. If it was me personally, though, he's one of the only ones that made it up this high without me being good with him. And that's because he has 99 defense, he has 99 speed, and he's great against lefties. I'm just not good with the bat swinging around in my face. So Eric Davis makes A tier. He's a great all-around player. 85 contact on Legend, though, isn't necessarily the best. But I did put him here because of his defense, speed, and his bat against lefties. Matt Kemp, amazing. Luis Gonzalez. The surprise here may be Garrett Hampson, but he is glitchy. He has 99 speed, he has diamond defense, he has positional versatility, and he has great hitting stats. He, honestly, I could have moved him up, to be honest with you. He is amazing. Musial, great bat. Larry Walker, great swing. The problem with him is they shorted him. I wish we could have got his 6 series again, because his 6 series was absolutely amazing last year. Lou Bob, I've seen a few tier lists with him down here. I love Luis Robert. He has the speed. He plays good defense for me. He has great contact. His power isn't as high as you would like, but to be honest with you, it's such a good swing. It's one of those swings that just kind of produces good exit velos. Kyle Schwarber to me is only here because he can play catcher. That's it. That's why Kyle Schwarber makes A tier for me, because catcher is, it's not weak, but at times it can feel like a weak position. He could be that first person against righties. Like, he's still great against righties. He's only here because of that. Trout's in A tier still because it's Mike Trout. He gets all 100 hitting stats. He's great against righties. He got the reverse splits. He's got the swing. He's got decent defense. He's got decent speed. It's Mike Trout. He has every quirk in the game. Honestly, Mike Trout could be way higher on this, but once his MVP card or 6 series or whatever they decide to come out with, he'll be up here in S tier. S tier, we'll start with these last 4. Obviously, Mickey Mantle being the best player, but we'll start with Cody Bellinger. Yes, I know, Cody Bellinger, stats against the lefties, 89 contact. It's a shame that they nerfed him from his finest card, but his swing is that good. That's why he's here. He's got positional versatility. He plays diamond defense everywhere he plays at. He has a great arm. He has good speed. He's great against righties. And I still think he's very much usable against lefties. He's got the power. To me, Cody Bellinger, I know some people may debate this because of his stats against lefties, but I promise you, you cannot go wrong with picking up Cody Bellinger, because once all these players phase out and they start moving down, one thing he has that a lot of people don't, like compared to Julio and Mickey, is he can go to first base. And I like that. So that's why he's at the back half of that's why he's at the back of S tier for me. This is probably the biggest shocker on the whole list. I've seen people put him on B tier, low A tier. I see people not even mentioning him when it comes to TA4 cards. This was my favorite TA4 card to personally use. Julio Rodriguez has diamond defense. He has a great arm. 67 speed. It plays good. I promise you, if you see him in real life, he should have way higher than 67 speed. He should be in the 80s. But it's his hitting. I don't know what it is about his swing. Inside pitches, outside pitches, obviously middle of the plate. It's just he can go the other way. He can pull the ball. He can slap the ball up the middle. This card just felt different to me. Now, all on pretty much Hall of Fame, I'm batting like 550 through like 30 at-bats, which doesn't seem like a lot, but 30 at-bats, batting 550 with like 10 extra base hits. This card's different. The next card we have is Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, he can play second base. He's the best second baseman in the game. He'll probably be the best second baseman all year. Me personally, I kind of struggle with this Mookie Betts. I don't know what it is. Now I'm starting to pull it together, but the first like 75 at bats, I was batting Mendoza line. I don't know why. The last maybe 100, 150, I'm batting over 300. Almost all Hall of Fame and legend with Mookie. He has diamond defense no matter where he goes. He has a quick swing. I love Mookie's swing. A lot of it to me is kind of unlucky. It's a lot of perfect line outs and hitting into the shift a lot with Mookie Betts, which sucks that he even has the shift. But I love this Mookie Betts card. I personally believe he's the second best outfielder in the game. And number one, is this even debatable to me? Like, I don't think it is. Mickey Mantle, this card is ridiculous. I mean, he could have been a collection card. He could have been in place of Kershaw, and not one person would have complained. That's how good this Mickey Mantle card is. He's a switch hitter. He plays great field. He's a great fielder. He's got good speed. You know, he's got great contact and power against both sides. It's Mickey Mantle, man. He has the swing. Everything about this card is just juiced. If I could slide these cards back and leave this space here, like Mickey Mantle is that good. He's the number one card to me. Like I said, I try to put this in an order so that y'all could, you know, get a feel for how I felt about each card and not just a specific tier. So this is the order that I have this in. This is our first tier list. Let me know what you thought about this list. What's your opinion on each card? What's your biggest disagreement? What's your biggest agreement? Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and turn on that notification bell. And if you enjoy stuff like this, let me know in the comment section because I'll be sure to put more content out like this. We're going to be seeing a lot of tier lists for the rest of the year. We'll also be doing theme teams for gameplays. It's just that point in that time of the year. But we'll still have some stub methods because I'm at 1.8 million. I made over 1 million stubs in one day. I'll be sure to put that video out so next time you can too. And of course, as always, peace, love, till next time.